Hello, ladies. Look at your man. Now back to me. Now back at your man. Now back to me. Sadly, he isn't me.
So you're probably familiar with the Old Spice Smell Like a Man campaign launched by Procter & Gamble and debuted at the 2010 Super Bowl. This well-known video features former NFL wide receiver Isaiah Mustafa, aka the Old Spice guy, standing in a bathroom addressing the ladies in the audience. He uses a calm and seductive voice and performs a series of surreal stunts and offers things that are stereotypically known to make women swoon. The underlying message of the video is that the Old Spice guy is the perfect man and a fantastical lover. And while it is impossible for your man to be like him, at the very least, they can smell like him, provided that they use Old Spice. This campaign simply exploded on the internet, becoming an overnight viral video sensation. P&G eventually released several more videos of the same style over the next year or so. And this campaign tremendously boosted Old Spice sales and eventually put them into #1 position for body wash and deodorants. So right off the bat, a very clear message is being transmitted through the video, that it is important and desirable for all men to be muscular, sexy, and a smooth talker to women. In fact, another Old Spice campaign video titled "Believe in Your Smelf" features a guy listening to the voice recording of the Old Spice guy while repeating the empowering words in his own voice. And the things he says highlight several examples of what media defines to be truly masculine.
Repeat after me. I am the best.
I am the best.
I have big muscles and
I
cool
have
hair.
big muscles and cool hair.
I have a sophisticated and
I have a
diverse group of
sophisticated
friends.
and diverse group of friends.
I own an environmentally responsible sports sedan.
Environmentally responsible sports sedan.
I'm breaking up with Heather Graham because I need my space.
Breaking up with Heather Graham because I need my space.
Wait, what?
I am winning all the sports.
I am winning all the sports.
I believe in my smell.
Interestingly enough, Old Spice has been using the exact same macho, hegemonic male ideal in their advertisements since the 1950s. Here are some images of Old Spice advertisements throughout history. As you can see, they all establish the masculine identity to be a man defined by sex, pleasure-seeking, power, and reputation. In fact, American history has pretty much preserved the hegemonic male ideal in media in general. This has led to a problem today known as the American male identity crisis. Throughout history, we have been socio-economically and politically defining a new man, a man who is nurturing and in touch with his emotions. Society is shifting in a way that makes it acceptable for men to do things like show his emotions and take care of domestic affairs rather than being the traditional breadwinner of the household. However, media contradicts this new male identity by continuing to uphold the chauvinistic macho male image. As a result, men of today feel conflicted and confused because on one hand, they want to become more involved fathers and husbands, but at the same time, they feel compelled by media to prove that they are still manly. So in order to do so, men will purchase products like Old Spice that are advertised to be manly. This creates a cycle, allowing marketers to perpetually promote and benefit from the macho man image. What's also interesting is that this conservatism and push for the hegemonic ideal in the 2000s actually echoes the post-World War II conservatism in society during the 1950s. In both eras, the traditional patriarchal status and heteronormative family values were being threatened by the rise of minority groups. Furthermore, both eras are also plagued by economic uncertainty. So media portrayal of hegemonic ideals was used as a method of re-establishing patriarchy traditions, as well as offering consumption as a solution to the male identity crisis. So now that we've explained the existence of an underlying pressure for masculinity in media, how does P&G use this to persuade their viewers to buy their products? Two of the methods from the belief-based model say that in order to persuade someone, you must 1. Add a new salient belief, or 2. Change the evaluation of an existing belief. In terms of Old Spice, the new salient belief would be, Old Spice makes you smell manly. The Old Spice guy also says this line,
But if he stopped using lady-scented body wash and switched to Old Spice, he could smell like he's me.
This is effectively changing the evaluation of an existing belief. He is telling men that even though they may have been previously comfortable using female body washes, it is actually unacceptable for a man with any desire to be attractive to smell like a woman. He does this in a way that is somewhat passive-aggressive and at the same time humorous to heighten the effect. The elaboration likelihood model states that there are two routes to persuasion, central and peripheral. Of the two, taking the central route involves invoking the receiver's thoughtful consideration of issue-relevant material. Marketers definitely want to go through the central route in persuading their viewers to get a long-lasting effect. The way they achieve this is by shaping the message to be personally relevant to the viewer. In the case of Old Spice, it is the use of the Old Spice guy, who represents what we are led into believe the ideal man. The audience wants to identify with the Old Spice guy because they want to be as confident and attractive as he is. Furthermore, when he addresses the viewer, he uses questions and words such as you and me in the dialogue to directly engage the audience. This campaign actually targets two demographics: young men, whom the media pressures into striving for the macho male image, and young women who buys the products for their boyfriends and husbands. Prior to this campaign, P&G discovered through research that a good percentage of men were actually using female body washes and were hiding it from their friends out of embarrassment. This was because the women in the household were doing most of the shopping. As a result, P&G was able to use this finding and market their product through a very relevant and effective angle. The functional model suggests that there are two functions of attitudes, symbolic and instrumental. P&G focuses its campaign greatly on the symbolic values of their product rather than their instrumental values. As we have discussed earlier, the Old Spice guy is the media-sculpted symbol of the hegemonic male ideal. If we take a look at a collection of recent Old Spice advertisements, we can see a great emphasis, even to a point of hyperbolism, on how using Old Spice products represents being the ultimate masculine being. Though the different ad series focus on different aspects of masculinity, they all come together to form the three major components of manliness defined by media: sex, money, and power.
Did you know women prefer Old Spice for their men 1 bajillion times more than lady-scented body washes? Did you know that I'm riding this horse backwards? Yeah!
There was something about him, something that set him apart from the others. He was different somehow. I was afraid, then seduced, then intrigued, then in a car. I never had a chance.
I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh, Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power!
The message of the Old Spice campaign is an old one: buy our product and you'll be manly. So why were they able to make such a recycled message so wildly successful and widespread to a point of virality? First, let's look at the question of what is virality and why are marketers investing so much more into social video content? By definition, viral is anything that gets passed around by people. Marketing research have shown that shares on social media are of high value for advertisements because of the powerful advocacy. People are actually 15% more likely to enjoy a shared video than one that they have come across while browsing. So what goes into creating a viral video? It has been shown that highly arousing videos that elicit positive emotions are shared and remembered the most. So in the Old Spice campaigns, its humor, creativity, and over-the-top nature of the message all come together to make it unforgettable. And so what about creating a viral campaign? Seeding strategy is a term used to describe how many initial consumers, or seeds, are needed to spread a viral message and what types of consumers to choose as the seeds. It is said that a big seed strategy, which involves a great number of seeds, leads to a more positive outcome. However, this is not always necessary. The better the viral message, the less seeds are needed. In the case of Old Spice, debuting the campaign during the 2010 Super Bowl ensured a tremendously large group of seeds, and the quality of the message itself ensured its continuous spread to subsequent waves of consumers. As well, the target demographic of young men and their girlfriends is best hit with this placement of the ad during the Super Bowl. Now let's look at some of the numbers of the Smell Like a Man campaign. It has accumulated almost 105 million views on YouTube. It has caused a 2,700% increase in Twitter followers, an 800% increase in Facebook fan interactions, and a 300% increase to traffic to oldspice.com. As well, Old Spice became the #1 most viewed sponsored YouTube channel. The campaign released a sequel after its initial success, in which fans were invited to submit questions to the Old Spice guy via Facebook and Twitter, which he would personally answer. Within a 48-hour period, more than 2,000 people sent in questions and almost 200 personalized video responses were posted on YouTube. Introducing this notion of fan interactivity helped perpetuate the duration of this campaign's relevance. Making use of social media marketing and clever persuasion techniques, P&G is able to achieve immense success with their Old Spice campaigns. They take advantage of the hegemonic male ideal present in media to push their products to the young men of America. With a powerful team of marketers, Old Spice has become known for its humorous, over-the-top, and extremely effective advertisements. They've actually accumulated a sizable fan base with more than 300,000 subscribers on YouTube, a considerable sum for a sponsored channel. It is important to note that one of the main successes for the Smell Like a Man campaign lies in the fact that Isaiah Mustafa isn't simply a celebrity spokesperson for Old Spice, but has actually become the personification of the product itself. But perhaps what's more important is that the campaign's exaggerated emphasis on masculinity hits home for a tremendous generation of young men in this new era of masculine uncertainty. And that beneath the humor in the stunts, the true reason for this campaign's success is the underlying threat felt by the patriarchal, conservative traditions in this era of the 21st century.